Hi, my beautiful earth signs. Welcome to your reading for the month of May. I hope you all are doing good and having a, solid, productive, fruitful April so far. We're going to focus on the energy of May. And I feel overall, when I'm tuning in, I just want to give you guys a hug. Like, you just need a little hug. Even if you don't want to, you feel like you don't need it, but secretly, you could use a good hug. Like, I'm sending you one big hug because you guys are really going through it. Maybe, in certain areas of your life or in a lot of areas, if not all areas of your life. So there's a lot of transformation happening, is what I feel in you guys' energy. And so like I said, like, you're doing the right thing. You really are moving forward. You're making the right decisions, but that doesn't mean it's always the easiest thing to do. All right. Speaking of that change, I recently, so last Monday, I started a daily thing. Well, from Monday till Friday, on my Patreon. So basically, it's like a morning thing. We come together, we align, we see if there are certain things we need to focus on that particular day. The name is the Daily Oracle, so in the name it already says that I'm using an oracle card, and then we go by that oracle card. Sometimes I'm channeling messages from the moon in particular sign that day. So I've been having a lot of fun over there this week. So with my Patreon family, if you feel like, hey, that's something I feel guided to join, I would love to add you to that soul family. But if you're like, no, I'm okay once a month over here on YouTube, like I said, only if you feel guided, I would love to see you over there. And if not, I'm very appreciated that you tune in over here on YouTube. All right. A lot of rambling. All right. Mars just moved into my sign, Cancer. So I'm gonna go up and down and up and a lot of times. Okay. But I'm excited. Okay. So certain things we can look forward to in the month of May. Our new moon in Taurus, which you really can use to set like healthy, happy, good boundaries when it comes to us working on making our life feel more comfortable, regardless if there's a lot of change, regardless if there not a lot of stability, but at least we are enjoying, finding little moments to enjoy ourselves, finding little moments or finding happiness and contentment in the little things, focusing up on the little things in life that actually sometimes, most times, come for free or just need a little bit more effort in order to provide you much more enjoyment. And so that could be in your daily routine, it could be in your relationships, it could be in really your household. Maybe it's time to get like a new bed and like get real comfortable. It's like I've been missing out on all this comfortable sleep. It's like when you get in your bed and you're just like, oh, I missed you. Is that only a Cancer thing? No, definitely not. It's like when you get in bed, it's a long day, you're just like, oh, I was so looking forward to this feeling. But then, you gotta have like a certain type of mattress or blanket that's just perfect for you, that brings you the most enjoyment. And those are things like, look at your personal preferences and don't shy away to, in whatever way, shape or form, like, be creative in creating that for yourself and giving that to yourself, because it sends out a very strong frequency to the periods of time you guys are going through right now. It's like, oh, so you put yourself and your enjoyment of life and your comfortableness up front. So you show, hey, I'm worthy of receiving things that bring me enjoyment, things that bring me fulfillment. I'm taking my time. I'm not in a rush. I'm being patient. Set a goal for yourself. Beautiful. You have the card, take a moment. I'm grounding, by the way, if you're still here. I know this whole intro is a little bit all over the place. So it might be, you might want to listen back to it later on in the month. But overall, I'm going to try and ground myself so I get a most clear message out there. All right. 444, the angels are like, let's continue. Okay. We shall. Take a moment. It's your card. Take a moment. Stop. Now is not the time to rush into a decision you are about to make. Before this important decision is made, take a moment to pause and to quiet your mind so that you can ask your soul for guidance before you act and move forward. Our emotions and our inner guidance are a lot of times like intertwined, right? Like sometimes we can have a fear feeling, like an emotion, which fear is an emotion in the end of the day. It's a state of being. Can sometimes get in the way of our intuitive energy saying, listen, it's safe, we can go, we can take this risk. And then your emotion comes in, and sometimes they're really in alignment, so you can just feel something feels good, right? You can just see or feel or taste that something is the right thing to do. But sometimes it's the opposite, and then we kind of have to just quiet our mind and try and let emotions come and go away. Because like I said, with this Mars in Cancer energy is coming, weeks, months, and especially with the Scorpio full moon coming up, and that will linger a little bit longer on, into May as well, that moon energy. It's important to understand that things can feel very intense real quick, right? So you can be 100%. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. You can go from chill, kumbaya, relaxed, enjoying yourself, to being 100% annoyed with someone or some situation or someone's voice or this little, It's like that doesn't even make that much sense to be either annoyed or irritated or triggered or emotional, but you will feel it, so it can go quickly. So when you feel it rising up within you, it's like, okay, so this is one of those moments. I know it's gonna pass, but I'm just gonna take a couple deep breaths, or I'm just step away from the situation, because I know in like a couple hours I won't feel this way anymore. And if you do, you can constructively actually express yourself instead of reacting instead of giving your opinion. Basically sharing your thoughts, expressing yourself is different than reacting to a trigger. So like if you know that, you can work with that. And that's what I say, like take a moment. Don't instantly make a quick decision to say, I'll quit. We're done. It's like it's logical that tomorrow morning won't feel the same about it anymore. So it's like, you know what? I need a moment right now. So I'm calling it a timeout. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna do something differently. I'll come back to this a little bit later on, today or tomorrow or next week, because right now I don't feel this, right? I need to tune in. So like I said, your intuitive energy will definitely guide you through this. So take a moment, breathe, calm yourself down. Know that when you feel your anxiousness, when you feel depression, when you feel the pull and the push and the things rising within you, know that is like validated, because it's there. You are feeling that. But try to calm your mind in the sense of like, I'm just feeling the way. I don't need an exact, to the detail pointed reason why I'm feeling this way. I'm just going to let this flow, and in a couple hours I'll go and think about it, why that happened that quickly. Maybe I can learn something from it, So it's like a lot of times, for example, customer service. You call, you got a problem, and this person that picks up the phone is trained to scroll through pages to know exactly, okay, this person is calling for this problem, this is the solution. If that doesn't work, then this is the solution. That's the same thing sometimes with our brain. It's like, but they didn't just come up with that. It was true people calling in saying, this is my problem, and they're figuring out the reason why something was glitching or whatever, and then they made like this whole guideline how to deal with that. And that's with you as well. Right now you're like getting those people calling in those emotions are calling in, and you can actually be like, oh, I responded like this yesterday, but today I don't really feel that same way. Let me see why that took place. And then you can just note it. Okay, so when I'm close to this, or when I'm drained, or then I react differently to this, and I can just note that, and I know that now about myself. See it as a teachable moment, because you will have a lot in the month of May. and you feel, some of you are like, okay, just pick up the cards and but this is my channeling messages for you. That's the way I do my readings, and I want to have freedom of expression. And because I'm claiming that, I want you guys to claim that as well for yourself. I think it's powerful. Let's move on to the tarot. 10-10. 10-10. 10-10. I'm hearing. Okay, let's see. Mercury will go retrograde, but we're not going to put that, talk about that too much. I mean, shadow period will start halfway through May. But so if you got certain things you need to fix, look at, just take your time this month to get everything out of the way. See what needs repairing and all of that. See what you've been putting off financially as well. Just have a look at it. Instead of, Mercury just, putting it all out on the table at once. And then you might feel overwhelmed. All right. Basically, that Mercury retrograde starts all the way at the end. So we'll talk about it a little bit more in the June readings. Because, I think it was May 29th. All right. So, beautiful. Okay, look at that card. That beautiful full moon in Scorpio. This is Scorpio card. That card, transformation. That's what I feel. You're releasing, and you're adding, are opening up your energy to much more new things. Some of you have a lot of space in your life right now for things to come in. That card, the moon. So things are still a little bit hidden in the dark, but they will come to light. You see things coming in, the truths, the effects, the good news about certain decision you made, feeling better about what you've been doing, okay, or how you've been feeling, something you can get out of now, and you learn the lessons and you move forward. So with the Death card, like I said, there's just transformation. There's things hidden behind the scenes, but they will come to light with this full moon. And so here you are, seeing it exactly for what it is. Knight of Pentacles, exactly. And I was like, okay, you know what? I can work with that. I now understand that rushing into something is not necessarily giving me the best results. So I'm willing to put in the work, patience, the steadiness, because especially now you guys are earth signs, you know about the long haul game, and you got that because you know where you're going. And with the Knight of Pentacles, it's like, okay, I got this, but I'm going on a journey, so I'm allowed to change my mind. I'm allowed to maybe start liking something else. I'm allowed to go a little bit of a different direction. I'm allowed to have experiences and not necessarily have to settle down with instantly. So you got this thing, that solidness, which basically is your life experience, is knowing, what you thrive on and what you don't, and what is draining you, basically. And it's okay, I can work with this. I mean, I'm not there yet. Knight of Pentacles isn't there yet, but a long-term plan is coming in. Like, I feel like certain growth, certain things to change for you, for something you've been waiting on for quite some time, and it's coming in for you, okay? It's coming in. All right. Beautiful. The Strength card. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so proud of my earth signs, honestly. The Hierophant and the Tree of Pentacles. Yes, exactly that. This is you guiding your own intuitive guidance. And work with it. Understanding that if you step into a certain light, if you start to send out a part of yourself, people are going to pick up on it. Different types and kinds of people. Everybody responds to your energy. If you're very self-sacrificing, you don't really have your own opinion, you don't feel like you're worthy of love and equality and respect, and you just put yourself down each and every day, and that's how you step out of the house, certain type of people that are even feeling, either feeling the same way, or, smell that, like, I can take advantage of this person, even if it's subconsciously. It's just they know that they are, they can just read your energy. But when you come from a different type of energy, you're sending out a type of frequency like, hey, I'm balanced, I'm happy, I'm not surging, I'm not lacking. I am just experiencing. I am just on an adventure. I just embrace whatever is for me and comes to me. And I'm patient. I am not here suffering because I have so much to work with. I have so much to be grateful for. And I'm so excited for whatever is next. And that energy is like attracting like-minded people. You might end up working with a group, that have a similar vision like yours. I just overall feel much more free to speak your mind, to do what you want to do, to free yourself. That whole mental space, that mental energy, you're not stuck. You can just go if you want to, whenever you're ready. There's not a challenge that you cannot overcome, even if it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight, but damn, look at this. You can have the Star card. You can have a wish come true. You can walk an authentic pathway. You see, this is the Aquarius card. Authenticity. So the star is authentic to her own truth. And I think that is something that you guys sometimes dim, that light, because you do have like so much raw authenticity. That's the word. Thank you, Virgos. Today is the Virgo moon. I have my moon in Virgo, so I feel a little bit stronger connected to that collective. But the star. It's like you understand it. You got planning. It's a whole different, exactly. I told you, Virgo. The Hermit. It's like where your intention goes, energy flows. Where your intention goes, energy flows. So where are you putting your attention? I think it's time for you to water. Cleanse yourself. See, once he gives to the earth, once he gives to her own pond. And that's like the balance. So what she's allowing in. One sec. Sorry. She knows what she's allowing in her pond, her bathing water. And she also knows what she can do for the earth. But some she keeps for herself and some she extended out. So have a close look at what this is for you. I think month of May will be perfect for that. Really take a moment, like I said. Don't rush into anything. Take a moment. You got time. Even if there's 16 reasons you can write down right now why you think that you don't, but you do. You got time. You got time. Take your time. You're not in a rush. You're not too old. You're not, none of that. You are exactly where you need to be right now. Do you prefer to be somewhere else? Some of you, yes. That's okay, because that means you got still a lot of fight and survival skills in you, which is another part of you. But you are multiple parts, and when things come together and work together, it really is beneficial for you and for your journey. Let's see, let's get a card on love. What you got on love? 7 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles. A lot of you just focus on working on yourself right now. It's like I need to work on loving myself. Working on that relationship with myself. Because you might be a little bit overwhelmed when it comes to relationships. Things might be a little bit vague, or you don't know really what you want. But work on the relationship with yourself right now. Regardless if you're connected or not, you can always take some space. You can always create some space. Like, listen, I'm just not feeling the best right now. I just need a couple weeks to just focus on myself. I love you. I'm here for you, but I just so you know, it's nothing personal. I just need to work on me for a little bit because I don't feel grounded. And then I can also really not be the right person for you. So we have the Hierophant high in here, which is my Taurus, and it's Taurus season. And we have Virgo over here. So Capricorn, where you at? in the details is what I'm hearing. Capricorn is here working on themselves, working on yourself. And we have the Chariot. That's your opposite energy, Capricorn. You know, the relationship. So you ready? Going from this confusement. Wow, can we just speak? Working, focusing, and then you're ready to go. All right, that's exactly, you know, what the card said as well. Overwhelmed, you need to make a decision. Take some time to focus, to put the energy on the details, like look it over, and then you're ready to go. And then things will flow quickly for you. Also, when it comes to relationships, first ground yourself. Don't be all up in like, but what if, you know, what she said, what she thinking, what's he doing, what he wants. What do you want? How can you make things more comfortable for yourself? How can you get, you know, a little bit more love out the day for yourself? Or at least you're not making life harder on yourself. So, that's what I feel. Put some affirmations down for self-love. And I'm going to get one more oracle card for you guys. This one. Work your life, oracle. We got a card for my earth signs. Card for my earth signs. There we go. Mintakan. I think that's the name. Longing for home, belonging, and the original light workers. Some of you feel a bit of that homesick feeling, you know, that you cannot explain. You're like, I'm inside my own house. What more do I want? But it's a homesick feeling that comes to your soul. Your soul is calling home. All right. I'm going to read it from the book. All right. I really need to go here. Okay, 116. There we go. Mintakans are a soul group who originated on a planet in the constellation Orion. They were the first star being to travel to Earth and believed to be the original light workers. Mintakans' home's planet is thought to have been a water world with water so pure that you could see through it for miles. For this reason, Mintakans feel most at peace at home when it's in or surrounded by crystal clear water. They are here to teach us to see the potential in everything and the light in all beings. Many Mintakans have an odd longing for home and struggle with feeling like they don't belong. It is thought that this is due to their home planet no longer being in existence. If you pulled this card, it could mean that you are a Mintakan or are longing for a sense of belonging, and root chakra healing is necessary for you to feel secure and safe. Perhaps you feel this longing to find home without knowing where that is. Perhaps you are moving around a lot and you yearn for a place on earth to call your own. If so, you are being called to connect with Mother Earth and create it for yourself now. To choose where you feel most at home and create it, rather than waiting for a feeling of belonging to come. Beautiful. Exactly. With this, Knight of Pentacles, you got certain values and things, and then go upon your journey and find it for yourself. Don't hold yourself back. It's beautiful. That whole feeling of belongingness is found within. So yeah, create a space where you feel home and secure. And I spoke about the root chakra healing. So you can put some root chakra frequencies on. You can find those on YouTube, or some affirmations that connect to the root chakra, some colors, some foods. Just drinks that connect to the root chakra, some crystals you can put there, and just ground yourself, root yourself. Like really focus on the rooting right now. I think that's just the first phase, and then you can bloom later. You will bloom real nice, but you will bloom beautiful and better when you are rooted very well. One more time. Yes, okay. All right. Thank you so much, my beautiful earth signs. Once again, if you feel guided to join me over on Patreon for the daily oracle over there or other things that I put on there, I would love to add you to the soul family. And for the rest, have a beautiful month of May. Don't be too hard on yourself. Love yourself. Know that you are thriving. And sometimes that just takes a little bit of patience, but enjoy the process and enjoy your, create some moments of enjoyment in the month of May. I love you. Mwah. And once again, one more big hug. Bye.